It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Colts and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners. And off we go from Las Vegas. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. First carry now for David Montgomery. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 14 carries, 66 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A give, this is Montgomery. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. On 1st down, Fields throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Not much there, only a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 83. A gain of a yard.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 4th down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there. And
the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Well, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fields on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's taken in by Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Oh, now Miller's slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
2nd and 5. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he's got it. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st down, it's Fields.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. 47-yard line. Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 4.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now back to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbound. Offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action, Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Again, Fields. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summer to that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Raiders. He completes it to Beckham. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
3rd and 2, Fields. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They snap it to Fields. Touchdown, Raiders! Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tucker now to add the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Touchdown, Colts! Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll take a break. From Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Moore. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Looking left side, and it's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of.